Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So if you watched my last video, then I said there was going to be a video on Wednesday, and clearly there was not a video on Wednesday. I recorded a video and I had it all ready to start editing and everything, and once I got it onto my computer from my camera, then half of the footage would like render, but then the second half wouldn't. It was like halfway through, it just kind of stopped, like no sound, no video portion, nothing, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Normally when this happens, it's just a issue from importing it from my camera to my computer, but this, I did it multiple times, and I guess the file just got corrupted somehow, but only half. I don't know. It was really weird, so I just decided to scrap the video anyway, and honestly, I am not that mad because I have kind of more updates to talk about in today's video. So today we're going to be covering 3 topics, but before we get to that, I do want to make sure to remind you to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I like both of those. Both of those are a fun time, so make sure you're joining me over there. Make sure you're liking this video, make sure you subscribed and turn on notifications if you would like, and share this video with anyone that you think may enjoy it as well, so that way we can have more people over here joining in our conversations and discussions. Alright, not to waste any more time, like I said, we have 3 topics to cover. The first one that I want to talk about is not YouTube related. It is much more serious, and I'm sure you've heard, but Glee actress 33-year-old Naya Rivera is actually currently missing, presumed dead. She was on a lake on Wednesday with her young son. She rented a pontoon boat, and after the boat was not returned to the rental place, the police were called and the boat was found with the young son fine on the boat. He was asleep, and he said that he was able to get on the boat, but his mother was not, and his mother has since been identified as Naya Rivera. They are searching the lake. A lot of people were upset because they stopped searching on Wednesday night and they resumed Thursday morning, but have since changed last night their kind of terminology from search and rescue to a recovery mission. So that is really sad. Obviously, you don't ever want to see someone lose their life. It is really upsetting. Her son is losing his mother potentially. We don't know yet. We can only assume. Like I said, they are assuming that it is now a recovery mission. A lot of her Glee cast members have spoken out on Twitter, obviously being like, we are really devastated and we hope it turns out happily, but we don't know yet. Obviously, I do hope that we can get some closure in this story. I personally really like Naya. I thought she was great on Glee. I thought she was really funny as herself as well, so this is upsetting, and just, another reason that 2020 is sucking, and 2020 has sucked. Okay, I know, kind of awkward transition, moving on, but we are going to be talking about 2 kind of YouTube dramas that have been going on this week. The first one that we're going to talk about is Tana Mojo. So this actually drama has been going on for a while, but I've been preoccupied with the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star stuff that I have not really mentioned Tana Mojo much. I mentioned her a couple videos ago, but I didn't say anything about the situation. And basically, to catch you up here, Tana Mojo has always been super problematic. Right now, she is being called out for using the N-word and having really microaggressive, racist behaviors towards one of her old friends, whose name was Kaylin Berry. I think it's Kaylin, or is it Colin? I think it's Kaylin. He has been going live and releasing these YouTube videos for a while now, basically calling her out. And kind of the main parts of the story is he was part of this YouTube channel called Trash, I believe, that it was like a collab channel, kind of like O2L was back in the day. They all made videos, but he, for some reason, would not get paid on time. I think that was just one time he didn't get paid, but just during this whole period, he felt that both Tana Mojo and her manager, Jordan, who has been kind of pulled into all of this, were really super aggressive and racist. They also would attack Nessa from Simply Nessa, who is another YouTuber. Where we are right now is Kaylin basically released a video calling her out. She's been super silent. Keemstar said, "Why aren't you publicly supporting Shane Dawson?" And Tana basically replied on Twitter saying, "I don't want to take away from all of the real world important issues." And then other people have been like, well, you haven't even addressed your real world issues. You clearly have not changed. You clearly are still doing these behaviors. So what's up with that, Tana? And just a couple days ago, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but Nessa actually released a video called Dear Tana Mojo. So I'm going to watch that get caught up on the story. In my next video, I will have more in-depth analysis and commentary on the situation, but personally right now, I don't really see how Tana is going to get out of this other than just staying silent. You know, that seems to be the go-to tactic for these super problematic people. It's just stay silent, not say anything, hope it blows over and goes away. And that's exactly how she got out of this situation before. She has been in kind of this exact same situation with almost these exact same people before, and she never said anything. And the people just kind of forgot about it. So she actually, though, has been fired from her MTV show. Okay, and lastly, the big YouTube story that has been taking over the public sphere this week is a fellow commentary channel by the name of Sanders Kennedy, who I have watched for the last couple of months, released a video a couple days ago basically titled "Exclusive LA County Sheriff Department Open Investigation on Shane Dawson. Victims urged to come forward." People were like, whoa, Shane Dawson is being investigated in some sort of way. And people called the LA County Sheriff's Department to kind of confirm what Sanders was saying, and they basically said, no, we do not have any confirmation that there is a investigation against this person. We do not have enough to make a case. Keemstar coming from the woodwork. He has texted Shane Dawson and released those text messages that basically said, is this true? And Shane Dawson said that he heard from his attorney that there is no case against him, nothing is being filed. You can't just go claiming this, talking about Sanders, like you can't just go claiming this. And a lot of people have been kind of coming for him. He has really doubled down and stayed on his statements. He stands by them. And really, this is just a messy situation. If I had to guess, I think Sanders I don't know if he misinterpreted what the conversation was about, or if he called specifically the LA County Sheriff's Department to alert them to this, and they basically said, like, okay, here's what could happen, like a suspicious person case could be open, because that's what he claimed. He claimed that it was a suspicious person case, so that basically the person's kind of character was being investigated. There was no criminal activity to be investigated as of yet, because as is known, like there's no victims of Shane Dawson to come forward. A lot of people are just saying like he made this up to get an exclusive story and to get the clicks and to get the views, because he made a video a couple weeks ago basically saying like Shane Dawson needs to be put in jail, or Shane Dawson doesn't want this video, or something of that nature. And so people are really pointing to that video, getting a lot of views for him to now come up with this video. People are also now saying he's also the same one that just reached out to Target randomly and being like, you're still carrying Shane Dawson's book. What are you going to do about this? And I will say, it seems like Sanders is really going hard for Shane. And I think we all are. But when you watch Sanders' videos about it, it just seems more personal in a way, which is, I don't know what, I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm not trying to say anything. But that's, when I would watch the Sanders Kennedy videos about Shane Dawson, it just seemed very personal and like just weird. Whereas other people reporting about the story, it did feel more kind of news-y, like they were just reporting on something, not really putting all of their full-fledged feelings out there in a weird way. I don't feel like I'm explaining myself well in this situation, just it felt personal in some sort of way. And so people are saying like he really wanted Shane Dawson to be in jail. He said multiple times that he thinks Shane Dawson should be in jail, and now he comes up with this, and then combine that with him just reaching out to Target randomly for an exclusive statement. It really is weird. Sanders hasn't released a new video in the last couple of days, I believe. People are really coming for him. People also dragged Nick Snyder from The Viewer's Voice into it because they had some drama-ish back in 2016. So this situation is kind of messy. Personally, I don't think that Sanders is really going to recover from this for a while. I think a lot of people are kind of mad, and not that they're taking Shane Dawson's side, but it's just the fact that you shouldn't say someone's being investigated when that's not the truth. And again, I think he probably interpreted it as the truth. I think that was his truth, you know, that whole thing, like, live your truth, be your truth. I think that was Sanders' truth, is that Shane Dawson was being investigated for some sort of criminal activity, when that was just not the case. That is that kind of situation. A lot of other drama channels are kind of being pulled into it, and there's this whole discussion right now around drama and commentary channels. I don't even like to use the word drama channels or commentary channels. Comment on public news, public opinion. You know, maybe some people get exclusives or get certain things. Obviously not me. I am nowhere near that level to be getting that kind of thing, but I am just consuming media and then reporting back to other people what that media is about. I'm not, you know, trying to attack anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. If you put an action out there, if something happens, then I have nothing to talk about. And that's what a lot of commentary channels are saying right now, because a lot of people are saying, if something happens to this person, like, you're responsible, you're damaging to their mental health. And to that, people just use mental health as a defense card, and that totally takes away and just adds more to the stigma of actual mental health. When people have real problems and issues that they need to address and need help fixing, people just believe them less, and they're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, whatever, whatever. And now people are flipping around saying it's your fault, like you're being bullies, when that, I don't think that is the case. I disagree wholeheartedly with that statement. With my whole body, I disagree. So I just think that people need to calm down and just realize that, one, it's not really that serious, and not even that it's not that serious, it's that we are just reporting on news. Like, we are just reporting on public knowledge. That is really all we are doing here. Yes, like I said, some people get exclusives and all of that stuff, but as for me, I guess I can only speak for me. I am reporting on public news, things that come out to the public, that is all. And so I am not in any way sort of trying to bully or attack someone, because I'm only talking about the things that are already being talked about. So that is my thoughts and feelings on that, and that is really all I have for this video. So please let me know any of your thoughts down below in the comments. My next video, hopefully on Monday, will be more an in-depth look and a history timeline of the Tana Mojo stuff, so be on the lookout for that. And then next week I'll be doing more broad videos like this where we cover multiple topics. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram. Like I said at the beginning of this video, make sure you are liking this video, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Please, please, please. It would really help me out. And then also share this video. That would really help me out. Join in on the conversation. We love to have conversations with people. I love to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions on all of these topics because they are pretty interesting. And yeah, that's all I have. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Bye.